Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Scully, and I'm coming back at you with another video. Today, I'm gonna be talking about how I lost 100 pounds, my weight loss journey, the ups, the downs, and how I went about it. So, around sophomore, junior year of high school, I was pretty sedentary, didn't get a lot of activity, was playing a lot of video games. When I got home, I would hop right on the game and like eat junk food like chips and stuff. And yeah, the accumulation of that. One day I stepped on the scale and I was 307 pounds. And I wasn't even like thinking about my health at this point. It's like doing that every day just became a routine, and I didn't see anything wrong with that until I stepped on the scale and saw that number, and it just clicked. I'm like, oh shoot, like I'm pretty fat, yo. So I wanted to do something about it at that point, and the first step I did was just becoming more mindful of what I ate. In my case, it was like cutting out bread and kind of trying to eat less chips and more like real food. And just becoming mindful of that stuff and trying to cut out some of that stuff, the weight started coming off pretty easily. And I think around senior year, I was like 270, I think, got down to. And I should preface that changing your diet at first, it's not going to be easy. But if you do it slow and steady, it slowly becomes a lifestyle change and it's easier to adhere to. Back in the day, I've tried, plenty of diets and I've probably failed over 100 diets, but you just got to be consistent and keep trying your best, and that's all you could really do. So. And then during senior year, I was in a weightlifting class, so I was starting to lift some weights, but mainly I was trying to focus more on cardio. So I was doing like the little treadmill, elliptical here and there, like 20 minutes, 30 minutes whenever I had a class, which was like 2 times a week. Yeah, I started seeing more progress. So the just adding more activity, that was basically step number two. And then the weight was dropping, blah, blah, blah. And then COVID hit. I kind of stopped doing that activity, but I kept improving my diet, just finding lower calorie options and trying to implement more just healthy stuff. I'll be having protein bagels with cream cheese for breakfast, I think, or either like a sausage egg sandwich, like, in the plastic, and then be having hot pockets, a lot of frozen food. Chicken patties, like Tyson chicken patties, those were the shit though. They were 200 calories a piece. So at night, I would just have like four of those, the 200 calorie patties with no bread and like some hot sauce. It's like 800 calorie dinner. It wasn't bad. But yeah, my diet has definitely changed a lot from then. And then in 2021, I was probably around like 250 area, and I started running. I think the first run I went on, I did a mile and I took a break in between. So obviously the endurance wasn't great, but I just kept working at it, running slower rather than fast, because fast, it's hard to recover from. You burn less calories. Steady state cardio is like key to like burning calories. So slow, steady state. And I ran on and off for, I'd say, about 3 years now. I've slowed down on the running because I've transitioned to a different form of cardio, which I'll talk about a little later. Because running, it's very, hard on the joints, especially when you're overweight. Putting that much pressure on your joints is like it's not good. But it did help me lose a good amount of weight, probably about 30 pounds ish. I think I was around like 220. And then 2024, I started implementing weight training just to gain some muscle, get that more aesthetic physique. And then overall, this time, I slowly was still improving my diet, just finding different stuff to eat. I started to learn how to cook, starting with scrambling eggs and then moving on to like meat, like ground beef, chicken, Greg's, anabolic French toast, Coach Greg's. I make that still. And if you're not in the kitchen and you're not cooking, guys, it's not that hard. You just gotta put in some effort. And the foods you can make, they're way better, way healthier for you. So I recommend that for sure. 2024 is when I realized I had hit a plateau. Like I was sitting at 220 for a while, probably like 6, 8 months. And I decided to start tracking my calories on MyFitnessPal. I put in like I wanted to lose 1 pound a week, that I was like lightly active, and then it gave me my, designated calories. And I tried lowering that. That didn't work because I lasted for a week, but then after that week, I like binged. So I raised my calories, and now I'm around like 2750 to lose 1 pound a week. And my preferred form of cardio now is just steps. Basically, aiming for 10 to 12K steps a day. Uh, Me, I work at the airport, and on my breaks, I just walk around. I get a lot of steps in usually. The other day, I got like 15K because I worked a double, and it's pretty easy for me. If you have a sit down job, you probably have to make a more conscious effort to go around, get steps in. And if I don't get my steps in, I have an elliptical machine on my house, so I can do that for 20, 30 minutes. It gets a good amount of calories burnt. And the elliptical is a good form of cardio because it's not putting as much pressure on your lower half, your joints, because your feet don't leave the ground. They're constantly on the pedals, so it's less pressure exerted on your lower half. So yeah, guys, that's basically how I lost 100 pounds. Like I mentioned, I'm on a little cut. I'm like 20 days in. I have a whiteboard right here with all my weights for the week. So I'm weighing in tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, my next video, I plan on doing a full day of eating at my deficit calories, which is 2750, like I said. So if you want to watch that, make sure to like, subscribe, look out for future videos, and hopefully this helps somebody. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.